Y'all didn't see me just click on the wrong scene by accident, okay? That little misclick, because the things are right next to each other and I clicked instead of using my stream deck. Hello, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday, hope it's going well. Happy Marvelous Sunday. It's Uma Day. Fresh off of Cashew's Uma stream. Hello, Cashew. Hello, Raiders from Cashew stream. Otto. Hello, Noel. Hello. Hello, Sebi. I just said Otto instead of hello, Otto. Sorry. Hello, Otto. Hope you're all doing well. Gemini time. Time to do some ace runs. Oh, boy. Goodness gracious. Uma. If the master to show me how it's done. I hope I can get an SS or higher. We'll see. We got here before Leo. Is it even a raid at this point? It's more like an ambush. Yeah, I started the stream and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta run up and stir the sauce and blah blah blah, and here I am. Do it every watch along when I click on gameplay instead of a watch along scene. Yeah, it happens, and I have like 45 scenes in OBS. I could delete like 30 of them, because like 30 to 34 or something, between 30 and 35 are anime awards things, but I figured out a different way to do the anime awards stuff, so I don't have to have separate scenes. So I could just delete all those to clear it out, but I haven't gotten around to it. So if I accidentally click on an anime award thing, it would be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, what's this? Like, I always just have that, I always have that queued up because I haven't deleted it. Speaking of stirring the sauce, gonna make food, but I'm here in spirit. May the Mile S God smile upon you. We hope. We hope for the Mile S God. We hope for the 1,000+ and 4 stats God. We hope for a lot of things. We hope that Full of Vigor actually procs and not pumped instead, because I know it's a chance on that final chain. So we'll see. We'll see. Good luck with your food making. May End A appear today. We'll see if a spark procs. So I'm planning on doing... Okay, so the team that I'm currently thinking of for CM is Taishin, my goat, a god in the CM, King Halo, also one of my goats, and then Wedding Fine Motion. I have run Fine Motion in 2 CMs in a row, and we're about to 3-peat it, but this time using her Wedding version. I have not done a run with her yet. I have not done a Taishin run yet. I've mostly been working on parents for Taishin. I have not gotten a Brian I'm happy with. But Halo, I can borrow a Brian or an Ogre and use my own Ryan. So I can still do ace runs with Halo. Fine Motion, I don't really have my own pace parent that I think would be good. I have to double check, so I probably am going to have to work on a parent for that, which I really don't want to do. But these are the parents I'm currently running with for... basically, I have 2 options for King Halo as an end closer. I'm running my Ryan, who... she has 2 in each of speed, power, and wit. And then she has a 3 turf, a 2 turf, and a 1 mile at the end. With a lot of good end closer skills and just like general use skills. So we have like corner adept, straightaway spurt, which we definitely need. End closer corner, early start. Spring runner. If we could get that, that's awesome. Corner adept again, ramp up, unyielding spirit, and corner, and savvy. Triumphant pulse would be awesome if it would proc. Left-handed would be awesome if we get it. Straight adept is fine. Mile straight and corner, Umastan, early start. So we have a lot of useful skills on this Ryan parent that I have, with some relevant pinks and blues, so that's good. And then for the guest borrow, I basically... I don't have a whole lot to work with. This Brian is what I used for my first attempt yesterday. So the Brian gets her to end closer B, And then it has a 3 mile, which is great. She has speed and power as her blues, also helpful. And then we have Spring Runner, which would be great if we get it. Spurt, again, required. Hopeful Stakes is nice for the stats. Corner Adept, Ramp Up, Umastan, Spring Runner again, Corner Adept, Spurt, End Straight. So, relevant skills. But then this Ogre is my other option, which, very similar pinks. I lose like 9 speed, which isn't a huge deal. It gets her end up to A instead of B. But if I do that, I barely have any mile sparks. My only mile is a 1 mile spark on a grandparent from my end if I do that, which is really bad. The odds of getting mile S are basically null in that case. This Ogre, however, has a shit ton of skills that are really helpful. You got Spring Runner, you got Nimble Nav, Spurt, End Straight, Umastan. Then there's the Taishin on top of that with Spring Runner, Spurt, End Straight, End Corner, Lone Wolf. And then we have Spring Runner again, Spurt. So lots of Spurt on here, some other End Closer stuff that's good, but I basically am sacrificing Mile. And I need Mile S, obviously. So this Brian gives me a better chance of Mile S. It still has good skills and stuff, so I don't really care about using NB. I'm not that concerned. I think as long as it's B or higher, it's fine. But yeah, those are the parents that I'm more or less working with. I do have my own Ogre that's pretty decent as well. I would have a little bit more Mile chance if I use this Ogre as my parent. But then I don't have the option of picking up Ryan's ult, which I don't necessarily need. I could run this Ogre and borrow Brian. And then I have slightly more Mile. I still have some Turf. I would get End Closer up to A. This Arden doesn't really help me. I mean, I don't need her ults. Skill-wise, I mean, it's a lot of 1-stars that a couple of them might be helpful. This Grandparent Dober does have a lot of useful stuff. Left-handed, Mile Straight, End Corner, Umastan, early start. So she has some solid stuff, but, you know, it's like, it's basically, my Ryan has better skills throughout the whole lineage. But I really don't know, like, with the ults, like, I really want Brian's ult on an End Closer. So then I'm looking at, like, Ryan and Ogre as the other two, where, like, yeah, having another Excel would be great, just in case. Like, if King Halo moves too far up and she's sitting in 6, like, she won't get her own ult. So then I kind of am only relying on Spurt and maybe Ryan's ult if I have it. And if I don't have Ryan's ult, it's just Spurt. So it's kind of like an extra layer of security in a way if I pick up Ryan's ult. Or I could just completely not pick it up, pick up 2 speeds with Brian and Ogre, and hope that King Halo gets her ult, and that combined with Spurt is good enough. I don't know. I really don't know. Cheer Halo's growth rate, sorry, very belated response. She has 10 each in speed, power, and guts, which is really, really nice for a Gutsmax build. Gotta make food too. I'll be running in laptop view. Sounds good, Noel. Good luck with your food. Found some yummy looking sweet butter Hawaiian bread for burgers. Ooh, that does sound good. I had burgers earlier this week too. Burgers are so good. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. But yeah, so that's basically what I've been torn between. Either I run this combo, I can pick up Ryan's ult as an extra security for Excel, and hope that Ogre's ult procs from parents, or I could run my Ogre, who I do lose a little bit of power, but I get it back in speed. If I pick her as my parent, I still have End B. But You get some good skill selections, slightly better chance of Mile. Or I could run that Ryan with this Ogre, which gets me to end A and has some good skills still, but I lose the potential for Brian's ult, which is generally looked at from what I have read and watched in guides and stuff. It seems like Brian's ult is like one of the best ones that you could pick up for an end closer in the CM, so I don't really want to lose her ult. I feel like Ogre's is more of a nice to have rather than a need to have, whereas Brian's is closer to a need to have than a nice to have. And that's why I'm kind of torn with like, who do I go with for the parents? So yeah, I've been going back and forth on that. Deck-wise, I'm going a 2-speed, 2-guts, 2-wit deck. I hate the whole parent thing in this game. The Spark RNG is unreasonably unfair. It's like multiple levels of frustrating. Because it's like, to be more competitive in CMs and more meta, you want to build your own parents, but it's a whole other level of RNG, because then you're hoping that you get the right sparks on your parent, and you're doing runs over and over and over until you get the sparks that you want. And you have to repeat that 3 times because you want to do it for both grandparents and your parent, or you borrow a grandparent, you have your own grandparent, and then you make a parent. So you have to do it at least twice, if not 3 times. And then you're hoping that those skills pass on to the main Uma you're training. Yeah, it's just levels of RNG, which is frustrating. I don't really like making parents, which is why I try not to, but I definitely have started to do it a little more often lately because it does make a big difference. Using like an actual parent made specifically for a particular Uma or CM gets you much better results than using a random one that's lying around, which it sucks, but it is what it is. What can you do? But yeah, like I can't really... My Ryan is... It stinks. I can't run my Ogre with this Ogre, obviously, so... What is this Ryan? If I ran my Ogre... I didn't actually look at this Ryan. Nah, she barely gets me any end. Mile and Mile, so... She has some good stuff in there. But I would definitely prefer end is at least B. So that's not going to work. I guess I could also run this Dober, which has some good skills, but... What is that? Mile and end. It's just another ult that I'm kind of wasting because I'm not going to pick it up. I'm so torn. It's just... What are the spurt chances on these? So this parent doesn't have spurt on anybody. I hunt for them during the story events until I get to 1 milli, so I don't feel like I'm wasting my time on 1 spark guts. Yeah. Oh man, getting like a 1 guts, 1 pace or something when you're trying to build like an end closer Mile, like, yeah, like a 1 guts, 1 pace when you're trying to look for like power, wit, or speed on an end closer on a Mile is like, oh my god, oh, I just want to throttle you, game. I want to throttle you for giving me these crap sparks. so that's stats. That's stats. Yeah, I'll just run with this again and see how it goes. So yesterday when I was doing a run, I'm looking for the bamboo. So I ran this yesterday. 2 speed, 2 guts, 2 wit. The sweep it's pretty decent. I mean, 25 friendship bonus, 10% training effectiveness, initial speed, initial wit, 10 race bonus, specialty priority. You get end closer corner, end closer savvy, slipstream, end closer straight. So you get a lot of good skills, and it's a pretty decent stat-wise. You know, it's not an SSR, so hopefully it doesn't get in the way of the other stuff. I might switch this to Fine Motion just because Fine Motion is a better stat stick. She doesn't get me skills that are going to be as useful, but, you know. And then I ran Fuku because Fuku is nice for the initial stats, especially if you're backlining. And she's good for gut stuff because if she lands on guts, it will make the guts hit a little bit less energy. But that means I'm sacrificing NTR, which has Firm Menace, which you don't really need Firm Menace on Halo because she has Spring Spectacle, which is the same thing. But if you have Firm Menace and Spring Spectacle, that's, you know, that's 120 extra speed and acceleration and power right there. So, never seen that Tosho Wit. It was fairly recent. It was like within the past month and a half, maybe. Yeah, I got it when I was rolling for something else fairly recently. But yeah, it's pretty nice for end closer builds, I think. Solid skills, solid effects. Cute flavor text. I don't think I've read it. Let's see. Strong bees. A strong breeze sweeps the hat off the girl's head and onto the turf. Picking it up, the girl looks closely at the hat and recalls the magic her grandmother taught her. What do we have here? Why is my cute sweepy crying? You got your hat dirty? Oh, there's no need to cry, my cute sweepy. Why, you ask? Because you're one step closer to becoming a full-grown witch. As you know, a witch is never without her hat, and as a hat gets dirtied and frayed from traveling alongside its witch, it becomes imbued with magic. Now come a bit closer. Let me teach you a spell to clean the blemishes without washing away the newfound magic. Time to use the cleaning spell you taught me, Grandma, but first I need to gather all the necessary magical tools. If I remember right, I need distilled water, soap, and... Ah, sweet. She is cute. Fuku SSR, my love and hate. Yeah, Fuku is definitely a love and hate. Don't need no extra speed, I'm fast as fuck, bro. I believe it. It's the only human to ever beat an Uma in a race, or so I hear. So let's see. If I replace her with Finemo, I get more friendship bonus, more mood effect, more training effectiveness, more initial wit. I don't get the initial speed, but that's fine. The skills aren't going to help me quite as much, but it's a better stat stick. I don't really care if this finishes. I could try it just to see how it goes. But Finemo is obviously a very, very strong speed card. And if I replace Fuku with NTR, NTR does get power bonus and speed bonus, which is nice. They both have 10 race bonus. I actually saw Saya, who ran the trainer training event that I participated in with Cashew. They post guides for all of the CMs, and they posted their, like, oh, end closer deck builds. If you're doing a a 1-speed 3 guts 2 wit, here's what like a whale deck would look like. Here's what a guts, here's what a free-to-play deck might look like. If you're doing a 2-2-2 deck, here's what a whale deck might look like. Here's what a free-to-play deck might look like. This is what they had for the whale deck. The only difference is that my CB is 3 limit break instead of 4. Otherwise, this is verbatim the whale deck. For the 2-2-2 split. Which I thought was kind of funny. That being said, I think having... It's a trade-off. I think the power bonus on NTR here is going to be nice, but the guts hits are going to take more energy, which, you know, that works well with Bamboo Memory's unique perk, but... also, belated, but hello, Armando. Hope it's going well. I need cards, but the banner right now is so not it. There's not really a card banner that you might want to roll for a little bit. I don't think there's a card banner that's recommended until... I think in a few weeks there's Maruzensky Speed, which is a good speed card, but it's mainly for if you like front runners. So if you like to make front runners and you need a good speed card, the Maruzensky banner is going to be a good one to roll for. I'm not going to roll for it because I don't really play front runners, but that's a good one. Not too long after Maruzensky Speed, when the next scenario comes out and replaces Trackblazer, which I think should be in about a month and a half, that's like the banner to pull on. There is a really good speed card for Pace Chasers, the Tachyon card, and there's also the scenario card, which people say is basically essential for the next scenario. Either you have to have your own scenario card at least 2 limit break, or you have to borrow it. But if you don't have your own or borrow it, you simply can't keep up with or compete with everybody else. Like, it actually fundamentally adds or changes something in the scenario. So you have to either have it or borrow it. Like, it is non-negotiable. So if you don't roll for it, just know you have to borrow it, basically. I'm planning on rolling for it because I don't want to have to borrow it every single time I play. But that is like probably the main banner you should save up for and roll on. Hopefully you'll get those cards. Hopefully you'll get some other cards to help buff out your decks. There's also going to be some free pulls for it. So that's definitely one to consider. That must mean you're getting perfect runs every time, right? Right. Yeah, totally. Perfect runs every single time. Yeah. All right. We are working on training friendships. You know what? If Finemo wants to finish her whole chain really early and just get out of the way, that would be great. Because I don't need it. I don't hear much confidence from your voice. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll say for that, I'll just pull all 5 in one 10 pull. That sounds like a good idea. I like that strategy. We got a baby Finemo. Our friendship takes forever. That's a cute event. I wish it had a mood up with it, but... NTR also takes forever to raise her friendship, which is kind of a pain. Hey, left-handed! Oh my god. I could have the Holy Trinity! If NTR finishes, I can get Firm Menace. She has Spring Spectacle innate, and left-handed just procced on a card I'm not even bringing. That's every speed skill. I don't even need my LS if everything else hits. That means you won. We'll see. We will see. We got a lot of things we still need. I'm just going to rest because there's not a great training, and I want to be able to keep hitting 2s and 3s. Her thing is starting kind of early. Alright, good guts, good friendship. Alright, good friendship on wit. If everything else hits, what happens next can't be described with words. Oh man. Boy, do I feel that. Alright, King. Let's show these noobs what you're made of. Alright, we are going to be running a mile-medium schedule with a couple... she only has a B in medium, which is unfortunate, because we do have a number of medium G1s we will be running. But, we gotta pray. If our stats are good enough, hopefully we can just stat diff. Would have been comical if she lost debut after you called the noobs. Don't put that evil on me. Yeah, so mile medium schedule. I will run Arimakinen as well. And I will also do the sprinter stakes. There's already a race? Oh, a sprint. I forgot about that. It's a lot earlier than I would typically do a race. I could rest. Typically I train this turn and next, and then I do 2 races. Either train or rest, 2 races, train or rest, 3 races. I would very much like to raise friendships a little more, though. CB is obviously a very strong card. We want that to be max friendship as soon as possible. Alright, race time. Seeking the Pearl, one of my nemesis. After shoe farming, I got all the sprints memorized. There's a lot of sprints. I did quite a bit for that trainer training event. I'm gonna pick up a glow stick, which normally I don't buy, but depending on, you can use it. If you follow the schedule I typically do in my head, you won't quite have 200,000 fans before summer, which means you won't get the training effectiveness bonus from NTR. If you pick up a glow sticks and use it on Takazuka Kinen, you should get just over 200,000. Just a way to hopefully get a little bit of extra bump in that first summer. Unyielding Spirit or Energy. Unyielding Spirit is a speed skill for mid-race, which is nice. 15 Energy is also nice. I'll take the skill. gonna rest. That stinks. Oh, alright, King. Okay. We definitely want Guts Anklets. We want Guts Anklets. We want Omamoris. We want Megaphones.
注目の一番人気16番キングヘイロこれがキングの実力よ
Chio! I hope I get Chio at some point. The wedding card for Urara reveals she has an older sister. That was surprising. Even went to Tracen. Really? Oh, and Savvy. Nice. I don't think I... Is that like an IRL thing? Like, does she have a sister IRL that's notable at all? One second speed. Not really getting anything refreshing in the shop that I want. Alright, Finemos thing is done, that's fine. Get it out of the way. Rara has a few siblings, could be from what I've heard. I don't think I know any. Firm, okay. Alright, Omamori, Guts, Scroll, those are good. And closer straight, nice. Alright, this gets me mood up, that's fine. You want both of those. We will be running Hanshin JF. Vodka, who has become one of my nemeses as of late. Good job, King. Alright. All items that I want. And closer corner. Nice. Getting some good skill hints here. So we have 2 Omamoris. We have 2 of the Gut Scrolls. Hopeful Stakes. Alright, this is a medium B. Come on, King. Show him why you're the first-rate Uma. That was really bad, actually. 15, bud. Let's try that one more time, shall we? How about you just go to late surge, just in case. Okay. Sure. Oh, we'll try that one more time. Now we're talking. No, that's medium B for you. I saw nothing. Yeah. 15th me bombo. Alright, good shop refresh, please. Alright, energy, yes. Yes. 40 up is good. Speed, yes. I think you jinxed it when you said, let's show everyone you're a first-rate Uma. I was just trying to cheer her up, make her, like, want to pop off, you know? It was supposed to make her pumped up. Alright, we have a decent item spread right now. Need friendship on CB. We will race this turn. Typically, this next turn, I will train. I've started to race a little more often, unless there's like a really... Okay. I mean, 3 friendships and speed. They're 3 SSRs, they're 3 powerful cards, so I will train this turn. Get the energy back. So, I don't want to do 3 in a row right here because I sometimes do 4 in a row, those 4 turns before summer. So I really don't want to do 3 in a row and then 1 turn and then 4 in a row. So I would prefer to train here. I mean, the Guts would get NTR up to Rainbow, but I need a little work on... Yeah, I need a little more work on CB. But level 3 already, that's nice. Energy and skill or power. I'll take the 20 power. Alright, so we're going to race this turn and next. First inspiration right after this. We're still looking for Spurt. We're hopefully getting Mile S. You know, Turf S is nice to have. End A instead of B would be nice to have, but Mile S is the main thing we want. 2 good items right there, thank you. Mile Corners, awesome. Just a white inspo. Alright, left-handed's a little... Left-handed is it? Super cheap. Shadow Break is cheaper, that's good. So no aptitudes up, but good discounts. Pump Tint, nice. Shop Refresh. So we're definitely picking up both of those. I should pick up a 3rd one. Take the energy. Okasho. Doba. Oberu. Good job, King. Alright, we hope we can get really good stats. We hope we get Mile S on second inspo. Even if we don't, again, if NTR finishes her chain, we could get 3 speed greens that put her even higher than Mile S would, so... I would like the power. I'll take that, I'll take that. Alright, we have 4 speed anklets, which is good. I think we have 3 Omamoris, 4 anklets. Sorry, 4 speed, 2 guts, 3 Omamori, 2 40s. That's all pretty good. But imagine the green speeds and Mile S. I mean, that's true. That's true. It would be even better. I'm going to hit with this 20 just to make sure I don't fail that, because that would make me kind of mad. And we have a lot of races coming up, so... Alright, NTR can Rainbow now. Good. I would like... I'd really, really, really like to be in a good place energy-wise for summer, but I do have 3 Omamoris, so not the worst case if I have, like, no energy. Alright. Mile Cup. We really need a little bit of friendship, though. Come on, King. Come on, King. Let's not mess with me like that. Not when you have 2-mile races coming up.
注目の一
I'm gonna have to start buying skills just to be safe. We're still looking for a spurt hint, too. Alright, speed and guts, good. Mile straight. Alright, I think we've hit pretty much every skill hint we want outside of spurt. That's left-handed. I think I have left really cheap. I do. Get me a little extra speed. Spring Spectacles right there. Straight Adept is pretty cheap. Mile straight, mile corners. Both there. Unyielding Spirit. End straight, end corners. End savvy, pumped. We got pretty much every skill outside of spurt, yeah. It's like I'd like to wait for more skill hints. If possible. Hey, I'm racing against my daughter. Come on, King. You're supposed to show your daughter who's boss. We only get 2 more retries. King! Show your daughter who's boss. This is your last chance.
ここは負け
Thank you. Alright, we have no clocks left for the rest of the career. Okay, there's a Kale. That's good. I have no mood up items, which is unfortunate. A 60 up would be nice. So this would get Kita-san able to Rainbow, which would be wonderful considering we're 2 turns away from Summer. NTR is... Oh, sorry. Vega looks like she's also 1 hit away. I don't think I have whistles, do I? I don't. Yeah, I have no mood up items. No mood up items and no whistle. So I could also potentially race here and then get fucked by a mood down. Because then I have no mood up items. I might have to just hit the wit, take the stats, get Ida up to Rainbow. I can't risk a mood down right before Summer. Especially with no mood up items. Because I'm running the next race for sure, too. Alright. We got Daring Strikes chain starting. I want to get Kawakabi Princess Sane here. I wish I had her. 4 whistles in Climax, no Guts Rainbows. It used a whistle and all my non-Guts cards were on Guts. Gambled 58 power in hopes of Guts clicks. Oh, man. That's heartbreaking. I have whistled 3 times in a row and not gotten a single rainbow. It's so annoying. Hello, Zariah. Hope it's going well. It's, you know, same old, same old. Training for CM. It never ends. So, this is not left-handed, right? Yeah, it's right-handed. So my 1 skill's not going to help. I might just have to suck it up and buy some skills to give myself a better chance of winning this. Like, buy end straight, end corners, end savvy. Actually, maybe not end savvy. I'll buy the 2 velocity skills at single circle. I'm going to switch to end closer and hope that those give me a better chance of winning.
注目の1番人気2番キングヘイロ
Nice! Good job, Halo! Peek! Oh, I forgot to use... Oh my god, I forgot to use the race bonus thing. Alright, so NTR is not going to give me training effectiveness in summer. Alright, what do we get in the shop? One whistle. Okay. Well, a whistle's a whistle. We need to hire Donhausen to curse OP Gamer. That guy, I can't beat that guy, man. Oh, really good speed training right off the bat. Okay. Boom. 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 Yeah, OP Gamer beats me every... That guy has been my arch nemesis in Cashew Cup for months. I can't beat him. No one's good at Uma. Not unless you have an infinite wallet. Especially early on. Very true. Very true. I beat him in April. Don't know about May. I mean, even one time, honestly, is really good when it comes to him. Alright, Guts hit. I want my clocks back too, Sebi, by the way. I forgot to respond to that, but I wish I wasn't spending my carrots in their place. Just play it safe. Yo, does it play Neo Geo? I can't say I ever have, no. I have 1 UG and 20 SS. Some people have 20 UG. Yeah, I still only have 1 UG myself. So I feel ya. I hit 1 UG with King Halo like a month and a half ago, maybe? And that's it. I've never hit one since. Unleading Spirit, nice. A little cheaper. I wish there were more Umas in bikinis. They'll come in time, Armando. There's always more summers. Every summer there'll be more. Solid speed hit, but I will skip it to race because we have a G1. And you can have your own bungo. That's true. He only speaks Spanish in that game. You don't have a UG yet, OP? Really? I'm surprised with how good you are. If you do 40 plus runs a day and rapid door them on first inspo and you don't get distance test really fast learner, you can get a bunch of UGs. Also, hello, OP. What's going well? Alright, finally a mood up item. I think all of my Umas can rainbow. Nope, Fine Motion still can't, of course. No wonder my wit's kinda low. She couldn't rainbow before summer. Alright, there's Firm Course Menace. Very good. We're still waiting on Full of Vigor. We're still waiting on Daring Strike. We're still waiting on Curvature.
あなたはコールの準備。成績を残せばファンだってついてくる。目指すの。
Sounds like a full-time job, honey buns. Yeah, that's how some Uma players play the game. Ash is the king of ugh. Usually when he streams and it's not Uma or Heaven Bird's Red, I go ugh. I definitely have viewers like that. They only care if I play 1 or 2 specific games. I think everybody does. It's like they subscribe for a specific game, and then if you're not playing that specific game, then it's like, well, damn, I don't really care. Well, I didn't get full of vigor there. It's not required, but that's unfortunate. Obviously, I would have liked to have that. Is that so? Hello, Wasabi. Hope it's going well. Hoping Cashew picks up Metaphor. Fantastic game. I'd love to see him play it. Lurk. Hey, whatever works, man. Hope your day is going well. Alright, very good. I'm buying this just to get freaking Fine Motion able to Rainbow. I'm sick of her not being able to. Nice stuff for the community and for having the chance to flirt with Oblivion. Those are both good reasons. I wouldn't miss any of the 40 streams it would take. Yeah, I think it took me like... it was either 20 or 22. I think it was 20. Maybe it was 22. I don't know. It's a long game, that's for sure. Uma is a 1,000 hour plus game. It's as long as you want it to be. Gotcha's different. Alright, we didn't get Mood down or... That's good. Okay. How am I doing for items? I have 3 of those. Alright, I have no 40s, so I'll take that. I'll take a little bit. Gacha plays with people's addictions? It sure does. There's a lot of us that are hit with that. You gonna stream P4 Remake? That's the plan, yeah. Pretty much as soon as it comes out. I'm hoping to get on it right away. Because I never played the original. So... Watchful Eye, nice. Well, that's unfortunate. Damn. Well, that's the risk you do of running 4 races in a row. Alright, we are going to cure the skin outbreak. I'm not going to use the mood up or the other thing. I am going to Master Cleat. Might as well do 5? Well, exactly. Now it's the last turn of the... It's the final turn of the classic year. So, no downside whatsoever to doing it. Subscribe back when Leo was a baby in diapers. Now he's a fully grown man. That's true. You were one of my OGs. Subscribed like in the first month or so of me streaming. Couldn't beat Kenan. Of course. Fucking gold ship. That piece of shit. That motherfucker. Also, hello, Treff. Hope it's going well. I'm gonna take Leo to an Old West. Yeah, I can't say I've ever done that. Watched Cashew's very first Heaven Bird's Red stream. He was named Cashew back then and talked about his girl's mint and Nivy. That was a long time ago. Different age. Alright, what do we got here? Guts ankle, I will take for sure. Quit. Okay. I mean, Guts is low, but stats are pretty okay outside of that. I'm definitely not doing 6 races in a row, so... Fish really needs to close the deal with Mint. He needs to find true love. I don't know. I think he might admire her from afar too much to do that. It's the worst pace front I've ever built. Can win anything no matter the stats. Really? I don't have V-Ribbon, so I can't say it, but I was under the impression that she was one of those, like, hey, as long as she's in front, she wins kind of Umas. Trying to go to Anime North next year so I can meet him. Bucket list item right there. Were you also in Canada, Zraya? Or were you from the US and you might just travel there? Let's race till the king is pays. Poor king. Armando trying to sabotage him. That would be unforgivable. Be 2K across the board and still be 16th in a random G3. Oh, the junior year experience. Rochester. Oh, okay, Rochester, gotcha. I got family around there. Big megaphone. Alright, curvature. I rolled it. Good. Still waiting on Daring Strike. You know what? Mood. Nice wit training, but I will race this turn. I don't know if I should run front Chio or not. Cashew ran front Chio, I think, for the previous CM and maybe the one before that. As like, a pair with Sky, I think. Going part from Anime North is probably further away from me than most of you Americans. Really? Just complete opposite end of the country or something? A day and 10 hours drive? Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, you gotta fly at that point. And 2 fronts plus Sky means Sky won't get eaten and no front lobby, but front is so popular, surely I can get away with solo front. I mean, in theory you might be able to, yeah. There's always going to be a risk to it, but I feel like more often than not, there's probably going to be at least one other front. Up in the birthplace of the Indy 500 and lots of corn. I remember when I went to college in that area, there was a lot of corn. Hey, Spurt Hint, finally. And there's Daring Strike. All right, so we've gotten every skill we would want. All that would be left is Medium S and a good stat line.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？
Pick my race with fine motion, 900 wit, 17 skills, and only one proc. What the hell? That's like absurdly bad luck. What's also absurdly bad luck is this is a 2 guts deck, and I have 430 guts. A quarter of the way through senior year. I don't think I've hit guts a single time since junior year except for one time in summer.
応援され続けてきた子だけが持つ強さもあるわ。だからこそ。
Next week is a new week. This is true. This is true.
応援ありがとうございました。
Canada tried to trick us with those tariffs on innocent. Yeah, definitely. How could they do this to us? It was totally uncalled for. Okay, Golden Spell.
なんだか力が湧いて。
Spring Runner. All right, no mile S, but Spring Runner discount. That's nice.
お疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。本日は何を交換しますか？ ありがとうございます。
All right, depending on the discounts and skill points we end up with, it could still be decent. Good guts training.
後で私にも録画した映像を見せて。鏡の前で舞うのとは違うのだし、自分の動きを確認しておきたいの。
I'm competing in tic-tac-toe if I go first, plus I'm a champion at Connect 4, but none of that impresses Sexy Gashu. He's a hard guy to impress, man.
手伝ってくれる？ 一流の馬娘は
Bup, 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 bup.
ここは走らない。これがキングの実力よ。
More guts, empowering. I feel like I'm getting a lot of good stuff in the
本日は何を交換しますか？
shop right now. I mean, she's really good at that.
注目の一番に
What? The fuck was that? King. You win fucking 20 races in a row and then you come in 14th out of nowhere. That's what it means to run a backliner in Mant.
キングの足が軽やかに動かないだなんて晴天の霹靂ね。
I used all my clocks, I think, before...
一流の馬娘は休養もおろそかにしないものなの。
What's that race's name?
あなたも理解なさいな。
I used all my clocks before Okisho, I think. GG move next. Nah, she could still end up a good parent. She's got a lot of skills that I like. And if she's a good parent for Taishin, then that works out great. Classic Halo, no. Want an all-electric car? I don't think I would ever get an all-electric car. I feel like there's not enough like charging areas.
本日は何を交換しますか？ありがとう。一流の
In this last night, they should have a glue button at the end of runs if you miss parent sparks and have a bad run.
注目の一
It would definitely be nice if there was just like an instant like archive or something option. Like, yeah, if you know at the end of the career that you didn't get the sparks you want and it's not an ace, like just give a button to immediately let you send them off. Yeah, that would be really nice quality of life.
ただいまセール中です。ぜひ交換していってください。ありがとうございます。大切に使ってください
I
ね。
think I'd only have one if I have another car, all electric for in city, and the other for road trips. That seems reasonable. Vancouver has chargers everywhere. My work and my apartment have charging spots. You don't have charging spots? I feel like I never really see them now.
キングの足が軽やかに動かないだなんて。晴天の霹靂。
Oblivion's been missing Armando. Electric cars sound like a good idea until you have battery problems that they charge you thousands because it's proprietary and the only company. That's true.
一緒に頑張ろう。
You could get real screwed by that.
一流の
Beautiful guts it.
休養もおろそかにしないものなの。あなたもいい。
Also, hello Tim. Hope it's going well.
気合い入れていくっさ。一流の馬娘は休養もおろそかにしないものなの。
You dare not. I've gotten one whistle the entire career.
キングの足が軽やかに動かないだなんて。晴天の霹靂ね。一流の 注目の一打。これがキングの実力よ。
Yeah, 20 guts isn't bad. Just like I don't want to use a guts thing on that. Man,
キング一流の馬娘は休養もおろそかにしないものなの。手伝ってくれる。一流の馬娘。
oh boy, yeah, I'm not racing this turn.
キングの足が軽やかに動かないだなんて。晴天の霹靂ね。
This is why one of the superpowers I want is super speed or teleporting. No need for a car. Yeah, teleporting would be so convenient.
張り切っていこう。
Wow, speed level 2. When I have 1063 speed at the end of the career. Thank you, Uma. Very helpful. All right. What are we looking at? Guts and wit to the end? Pretty much, yeah. Would've taken the guts, 40 base stats. Just wait if I had like 3 to 4 left.
ここは負け
Go
ら
to
れない
Japan and get my merch. Yeah.
応援ありがとうございました。
That's from Berserk on Team Griffith. Nah, I've never read Berserk. It's on the list. Put a lightning rod on the hood. Now that's an idea.
ただいまセール中です。ぜひ交換していってください。
Guts ankle. Had the power of invulnerability. I could just walk to Japan. I've always wanted to walk through the bottom of the ocean. Would invulnerability make you able to breathe underwater?
晴天の霹靂ね。
I hasn't watched Berserk, Black Lagoon, or Cowboy Bebop, I can't say I have. No, it's very unfortunate. I'd say it includes that. Gotta read Berserk. I keep hearing amazing things. I'm sure I'd like it. That's a great Guts hit. That is such a good Guts hit. But it's Tenno Show Autumn. How dare it? See, this is the type of shit that pisses me off in Uma sometimes. Like, I'll go turn and turns and turn after turn after turn of shit. And then they give me a hit like this on a G1 day. And I'm like, if I 60% and... Like, if I Guts weighted and 60% of this, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stat spreads across the board. Like, this would be like 60 Guts, 40 power, 45 speed. Skip this. Did you do it last year? Well, this would get me Senior Autumn Triple Crown. Tenno Show Autumn Japan Cup and Arimakina. I don't think I've ever skipped this race. Just very skippable race and not worth the skip is almost back-to-back messages. I think it's funny. Gotta make the choice, trainer. That is Uma for you. I'm just scared of sharks. I always have dreams where I'm swimming in deep ocean. There's sharks. I do not like sharks. I haven't actually looked into maid cafes. How do they work? I don't think anime is the best example to get info from, but maybe it's accurate. I've never been to one. I believe Cashew has, so he might be able to tell you. I think if you are a foreigner going to Japan, you have to look for maid cafes that will like serve foreigners though, like where the maids speak English. Because if they don't, then it's super awkward. Well, I think at this point, since did you get Triple Crowns twice? I don't have any Triple Crowns. Actually, wait. I think I have Triple Tiara. Yeah, I have Triple Tiara. Classic year, I did not do... Well, I mean, it's Senior Triple Crown, I think. Like, aren't there two Senior Triple Crowns? There's like Osaka High, Tenno Show Spring, Takarazuka Kinan is one of them, and then Tenno Show Autumn, Japan Cup, and Army Kinan is the other one. Does it not matter if you did the race the year before? I don't think so. I think you have to do it in a specific year. Like if you do it in Classic year but not in Senior year, then it's not going to get you the Autumn Triple Crown. Like you have to do it Senior year. Unless I'm wrong on that. Maybe I am. I was under the impression that you had to do it Senior year, though. Although it is just... Is it the Senior Triple Crown? I want to look at the epithets, actually. I forget how it works. Where's the epithet list? Now I'm confusing myself. Track Blazer epithets. Autumn. So Tenno Show Autumn is part of the Phenomenal title, which I can't get because I didn't do Tenno Show Spring. Okay, no. So Autumn Triple Crown, Tenosho Autumn, Japan Cup Arimakinan. You do not have to do it senior year. I was wrong. You can do it classic year or senior year. Spring Triple Crown looks like it could also be done either year. Oh, wait, no, it can't. Sorry. Osaka High is only senior year. So, Spring Triple Crown can only be senior year. Autumn Triple Crown, those 3 races are available both senior and classic. I think what I was... Okay, I know why I was getting confused. So, the reason I was confused is because the classic Triple Crown, which is Satsuki Show, the Derby, and Kikuka Show, you can only do classic year. And Kikuka Show is the same turn as the fall Tenno Show Autumn. So in my head, I always think the Autumn Triple Crown is because the Autumn Triple Crown is senior year because in classic year you're doing Kikuka Show and not Tenno Show Autumn. That's why. So I always thought, okay, classic year is the Triple Crown, senior year is the fall Triple Crown. Technically speaking, if you are not doing Kikuka Show, you could do it classic year. I am so behind on the chats now. What the hell? A lot of mainstream maid cafes have English maids. If you go to maid streaming, you'll be fine. If you want to go to more indie ones, you're gonna have to know some Japanese. Tipping doesn't exist in Japan. Isn't tipping like only in America, pretty much? What did I run in? I think I did run this in the fall, or in the classic year. Oh no, I did Shuka Show. Right, because I did Triple Tiara, and that conflicts with it too. Yeah, I'm just gonna race. Tipping's an American problem? Yeah. It is. I don't like having a tip. And I'm a pretty generous tipper. Early start hint? Cool. Agriculture sucks. Went from optional reward to almost mandatory. Yeah. I mean, now you're considered a jerk if you don't tip. Imagine you lose Arima. I mean, I don't think she's ace at this point regardless, so wouldn't be a huge deal, but would be a little bit of a kick in the teeth for parenting to lose Arima twice. Another spurt hint. I'm getting so many good skill hints. How do stats personally take Guts when I can get it? Guts is so freaking hard to max. It's so frustrating. I totally forgot I had hammers. These companies make so much money off of customers tipping? Yeah. Yup. I'm usually like a 25-30% tipper. Deal with a wasted silver hammer? Yeah, what can you do? What can you do?
ただいまセール中です。ぜひ交換していってください。ありがとうございます。大切に使ってくださいね。気合い入れていくんだ。
I save money so I can get my Japan merch too. I want this cute hand puppet for this game I play. Oh, what character is it for? Oh, the employee straight in the eye and tap no tip. I mean, if it's something like, ooh, see, they give this shit to me on G1 turns every time. This is fucking Ari Makina turn. Last turn I had like half of this, and then on Ari Makina they're like, hey, Leo, how would you feel about like 60, 70 stats before you even use a guts thing? I only get training like this on G1 turns. God, it makes me so fucking mad. And puppets from Celsor, a female tyrant. Oh, that's cute. Alright, can I get redemption on Armakinan? Nice job, King. Sorry, so what I was gonna say in response to Wasabi is, yeah, when it's like you're ordering like takeout and then they turn the screen around and it's like, please select an option and it's tip. I'm like, tip you for what? Taking my order? Yeah, I'll tip like the delivery guy. I'll tip a waitress. Like, I'm not gonna tip the person working the cashier. Are you kidding me? Or the person working the cash register. 6, 7. Got murked before he could finish it. Alright, what do we got? Of course, we have a shit guts and a shit wit. Risk it. Sure, we could also have no rainbow after I use my whistle. That's perfect. That's my absolute favorite thing that can happen, actually. Yeah, I don't think that's happening at like a Five Guys, man. I think you gotta look around the Vegas strip clubs, and that's about it. No acupuncture, Sag. I actually got acupuncture on my Halo run last night before bed. Oh my god, another shit. Yeah, I'm very cautious with like item use. I'm cautious with energy. I'm cautious with it with like clicking on trainings. Like, there's a lot of things I'm very defensive on. Oh my god, not a single guts click the entire final 3 turns. This is such a wasted potential run. Like, the stat spread is gonna be good in the end too. But I basically had no guts trainings. If I just had a couple more guts trainings, and if Fine Motion had been rainbowable a little bit earlier. Well, let's see what we could have had. Ignore double rainbow, admire guts training twice. I mean, it was on a G1 turn. In my head, I will never skip a G1. Outside of Classic Year Yasuda Kinen, I don't usually do. Outside of that, I think I run every single G1, every single career, unless it's over 100 stats. Which, granted, I think that one that I skipped on Tenosho Autumn, if I had used a hammer and an anklet, it would have been over 100. So that probably was one to skip for, but... I have to cut back on getting plushies. I kind of ran out of room. I'm in the same boat, man. There's my phone's battery. What do you know? It actually holds up for way longer. Hey, nice. Stamina and sprint. Wow. I mean, it's a great skill set. It's a solid stat line. I mean, even without Mile S, that is an extra 180 speed from all of those greens. So she has 1380 speed. She has another 60 power from the greens. So 1073 power. I mean, Guts is solid. Wit is really solid. We hit pretty much every skill that I would want outside of Full of Vigor. If I was making her an ace, I would drop... this is more for parent, but if I was making her an ace, I would drop Watchful Eye, and I would have picked up Shadow Break. I would have considered dropping one of the double circles and trying to pick up like Triumphant Pulse or Pump or something. Some rooms probably, yeah. Alright, well, she's not a parent, and she's not an ace, so... But you got True Wave Queen's title. I like that one. Charge my phone's battery? What do you know? It actually holds up for way longer. Did you go to a store to swap battery? I should do that. I should do that. The battery I use for VTube Studio on that phone is very crappy. If I had plushie to give him names and talk to him. Hey man, if that's what floats your boat. Alright, run it back. Run it back. I still got 4 borrows, man. 4 borrows. Alright, hopefully we can get friendships a little earlier. Hopefully I can have some better guts hits in summer. I remember plushie fought against Freddy Krueger, was trying to kill the kid, and the T-Rex plush kept defending the kid since it came alive during the dreams. What? Is that in like one of the movies or something? One of the movies? Oh, I haven't seen any. That's funny. Only 2 guts? I thought we were Gutsmaxing. You can Gutsmax with 2 guts. All of those King Halo runs I did for the TT event were 2 guts.
後で私にも行くわよ。
Hasna Banner 1? My friend. that was like when the game came out.
どんな場に
I definitely do not have the risk tolerance to do 3 guts runs.
なるほど。
3 guts, 1 speed sounds like suicide.
監視見てなさい。
If you had like god tier sparks or something maybe, but
どんな場に立ったとしても
fucking
そこを
god
華
damn
やか
it.
に彩ってみせる。ええ
3 guts, 1 speed. That usually overkills speed? What the hell? I mean, I guess it depends on your aptitudes.
見てなさい。
Why am I such a failure? I burnt my toast? Oh, I burn my toast more often than I like to admit. I usually won't even pick up. That's crazy. Spoken like a true Gutsmaxer, I guess.
せ
I never would have thought any of that. Ooh, 3 hints for Spurt?
のため
Okay.
ここは負けられない。
これがキングの実力よ。
Do you bring a lot of speed sparks if you're doing that? I feel like my power is always hurting.
お疲れ様です。トレーナーさん
Even with power sparks, it's
本日
hurting.
何を交換しますか？ありがとうございます。大切に使って。一流の後で私にも。ええ
Give up firm, just power sparks and whip maybe? I mean, giving up firm I think is fine, considering I have Spring Spectacle on her, which is the equivalent.
なるほど。
But I don't think I have the sparks for
成績を
that.
残せばファンだってついてくる。目指すのは常に上。顔を上げてこそキングなの。
Never burn toast, but I have Patreon support.
6番
You've gotten screwed with that one, huh?
これがキングの実力よ。
6 guts run 1? Probably never. Actually, I think I've seen people say for this CM, maybe Cashew was saying something about it earlier too. Like, I think if you're running a 1 gut stack, I think NTR is preferred over Hida. I don't know if that was in general or for this CM specifically, but I'm almost positive I heard Cashew say something about it in his stream earlier.
注目の位置
What? A human failure moment is how many times I struggle to open stuff like a bag of gummies or a bottle of juice.
12番
Some of those twist caps can be really, really tight. King, are you kidding me right now? Is it because gold ship's in the race? I'd be in a bad mood too.
注目の位置
My failure is that I'm too nice to people. Yeah, it's like when you're doing an interview and you say like, I work too hard. I'm too caring. If I, for what it's worth, I've interviewed people for work a couple times. If I ask somebody what's an area of improvement for you, or like what's a weakness, and they seriously answered with, I work too hard, I would probably put them at the bottom of the pile to be considered. You should never give that as a serious answer. It's funny to joke about, but if you actually say that seriously in an interview, you are only shooting yourself in the foot. You are not being taken seriously. I want to hear an actual self-improvement thing. You should laugh with them and then go straight-faced and say, no, seriously. Yeah. No, seriously, like let's stop joking around. I want to hear a real answer. And then get their reaction. If they said I spend too many work hours playing gacha, they're hired. I love to hear that. They got their priorities straight. Worms and dirt. Man, worms and dirt. I haven't thought about that in forever. Curvature very strong. Oh yeah, curvature is very strong. I think it's just for some reason, like, the extra speed and excel that you can get from the speed green is seen as, like, insanely valuable. Similar to the previous CM. I don't know how true it is, but I don't know what I'm doing this CM. I've made 5 different Umas. I mean, just gotta keep messing around and trying. Test them all in rooms, see how they go. A humble brag, at least it wasn't I'm a perfectionist. Yeah. That's true. Base weakness is being obsessed with what's ahead, not what's in front. That sounds very philosophical. I'm pretty bad at answering awkward interview questions. Now that is a weakness, Armando. That's a good answer. I don't think anyone's gonna have heard that one before. It was a 6% cashew, yeah. Yep. I really had to resist the urge to door it right there. It's not a run killer, but that's super frustrating. In the middle of me saying I had to resist the urge to door it, you have a sick fucking sense of humor. Hello, Frost. You came in the middle of me tilting right there, but it's going good otherwise. No complaints. I'm doing all right. How about you? How's Combo Breaker going? Ba-ba-boo. Did you see all of the Uma at Combo Breaker? I keep seeing stuff on Twitter about it. a break at the hotel after lunch, heading back in an hour for the Tekken Top 8. Very nice. Are you in it? Or are you just watching? Got any curtains, John, at CP for us? I see everybody getting her. Yeah. Didn't watch, but I saw it on the small stage. Love to see it. There's so many things in the shop I want right now. God damn. Okay, I'm resting and then racing. Of course, it's sleep deprived. You are really pushing my buttons this career, I've got to say. Those are for the greats? Gotcha. I don't know. I was under the impression that you're pretty great when it comes to fighting games. Rested to travel to watch Tekken because Cassie refuses to stream it. Blind Faith Leo showed and asking if you were top 8. I don't know, man. I was like, maybe it was just like a fan run competition. I don't know. Okay, plus there are people from all of... Oh, okay. That big of a scale. Okay. Because I'm just thinking of like Anime NYC when I go to that, or like Anime Boston, like those kinds of conventions. Like they have a gaming section and they run like Smash tournaments and fighting game tournaments and stuff, and it's just like random people at the con who are participating. I'm just like, what if it's just like randos? I don't know. Just a for fun thing. But it makes sense. It's a fighting game convention. You're gonna have like all of the goats of fighting games there. Pretty big tournament at this point. Oh, the new Marvel game has it? The Tokon? Did you try it out? Gotta be sneakier with hidden compliment. My biggest weakness is self-doubt. I always feel like I could be doing better even when my performance reports remain high. That one's not as bad. I wouldn't really be bothered with that. I think like self-doubt, confidence in my skills, like it's still a little bit of a humble brag, kind of almost, but like it feels a lot more reasonable. And I think it's more true. Like I'm not somebody who's necessarily confident, so I could at least see where people are coming from with an answer like that. Not big on tag fighters, so I'm not super interested. Fair. Very fair. Did I race last turn? Oh, whoa. I did early March, late Jan, early Feb. No, I have to skip this turn then. Oh, and close your eye. Spring Runner, Corner Adept, Shadow Break, those are all nice. Pump Tint, cool. Best fighting game of all time, I feel like, is going to vary a lot depending on what type of fighting game you like. Like, I know there's the classic, like, 1v1 2D kind. There's the arena fighters. There's tag fighters. All right, say hello to the door, King Halo. Well, I suppose mood down right after I say that makes sense. Still have Under Night in Birth, but I don't think it's best of all time. I don't really know what would be considered, like, if you were to, like, poll the average fighting game fan or, like, the fighting community what the best fighting game of all time is, I really don't know. I mean, I'm obviously not, like, involved in it, so it makes sense that I wouldn't know, but I feel like I've never heard of, like, a consensus, like, oh yeah, this one is just a GOAT. That way all you're really saying to them is that you're good at your job and aren't complacent. There isn't even an actual negative from the company's perspective in that statement. Right. Cashew accuses me of having the French bread money because I always bring it up. French bread money? What does that mean? I don't think I've ever heard that term. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter 3rd Strike, Tekken Tag Tournament are still brought up as the best. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, that was one of the tag fighters, right? Studio French Bread is the developer. Oh, okay. You're just being paid off to keep bringing it up. I see. Eh? French have bread other than baguettes? That's a good question. I'd be inclined to say yes, but none that are anywhere near as well known. Well known or renowned. I mixed known and... Oh, croissants! Do those count as a bread? Or is that a pastry? I mean, I guess bread can be a pastry. There's a browser-based fighting game called Tough Love Arena that I think is incredible for a free game, only 3 characters, easy controls. I would consider it bread. You can make sandwiches out of croissants. That's true. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant is really good. One area I'm still working on is identifying my weaknesses earlier instead of only noticing them after feedback or experience, be more self-awareness of myself. So if I got an answer like that, I would like it. I think that's a really good answer. I don't know if that's like one that you just made up specifically for an interview, Noel, or if that's like an actual answer for you, but that's a very good answer. There's also a game called Footsies. I think it's PC only, but super simple, great for building the skills foundations. Footsies, eh? Like playing footsies under the table? It's like pre-buttered bread. All these trainings are so bad that I'm going to rest a second turn in a row. I think you can make sandwiches out of pancakes and McDonald's make a rope. You could? That's true. And there he, yeah. No jumping at all, horizontally walking short dash, long and short attack button, getting hit once is the round. Getting hit once at all is the round? You can only block 3 times? Oh. So what is it trying to teach then? Is it like timing of things? Like how to properly like move and block? When to attack and when to not? Like that kind of thing? Spacing and hitting your opponent after they whiff. Ah. I could see that being beneficial. Don't fuck with me, Halo. Don't fuck with me. Do you see your stats? You don't lose with those stats. Everyone's giving responses, that's what I would probably do. Everyone has weaknesses, a lot of people aren't aware of them. Something like that sounded right. Well, I would say that sounded very right. Excellent answer. Footsies in fighting games is being right at the edge of your opponent's attack range, moving in and out to bait your opponent's longest attack so you can punish. Oh. A lot of crap here. Literally not a single thing in the shop I want. Okay. Worst refresh of all time, they're calling it. Hello, Cerulean. Welcome. Hope it's going well. The runs are not going so good, I've got to say. My very first run today, I hit basically every skill I would want with a decent stat line, but no mile S. And unfortunately, I was a little low on all of... Like, Power, Guts, Wit were all a little low, but not, like, significantly low. So it was a decent first run. Second run, I doored very early. This is the third run. Not the best start to it, but could be worse, I suppose. How has the CM been for you so far? I haven't tried doing Taishin yet because I need to get a better parent. I haven't done fine motion yet because, again, I feel like I need a better parent. King Halo is the only one I feel like I have a parent and I can borrow a parent that are functional enough to actually train her. And I'm sick of parent runs going bad, so I'm trying to train her right now. And if she goes well, I can use her as a parent for Taishin, which would be perfect. Don't funk with his heart. Pretty much done already? What? Wow. I wish I could say the same. Pretty much done. Also running Endcloser Taishin, or Endcloser Cheer Halo, very nice. Taishin, very nice. Front Asa, okay. So you're doing 222 Speed Guts Wit. I am indeed doing 222. Have you tried 3-3 Guts Wit? I didn't even know that that is a deck that people would run, honestly. How does that work? I'm surprised. Like, I've heard of 222 and 132. I've heard of 33 is. Do you have like a ton of speed and power sparks on your parents? Need good director RNG? With like skill hints? Is that something like fine motion, CB, and then an SR 10 race bonus with probably Bamboo, Vega, and either Bijin or Haru? Bijin, Ayabe, Bamboo, fine motion, CB, Nature, mostly power sparks. That's very interesting. Yeah, honestly, the thought of that a zero speed deck had never crossed my mind. But that's very interesting that that worked. What did you end up with for a stat line? I don't think my parents are good enough that I could feasibly pull off a deck like that, realistically. But I'm intrigued. 231 is where it's at. You should definitely cap speed and guts that way. Power should hopefully be close. One wit I feel like is... I mean, I guess if you bring a lot of wit sparks. Really, I brought 3 SSRs, sometimes 1 with early end chain. Still not finishing change. Is there something you can do to slow chains? How do I stop doing that? I think it's completely RNG. I don't know if there's anything you can do other than just hope and pray. Heals UG, passes UG. UG 4 on Taishin. Is that what you did for Taishin too? 3 guts, 3 wit? Since Taishin has 20% guts, I imagine you could get away with 2 and cap it fairly easily. Damn, triple UGs. UG 4 on Taishin. I've still only ever hit 1 UG. But yeah, I've had some really bad runs lately, Truff, where I'm just getting absolutely shafted by things not finishing. It's so frustrating when that happens. I had a run within the past week. I don't remember if it was a parent or what, but I brought 4 SSRs, and I think none of the 4 finished. I was like, is that a joke? How do I get 0 out of 4 finishing? These 3 guts, 3 wit. Actually tried Haru instead of Bijin, and that worked just as well. 36 places, but it was fast learner. Ooh. I haven't hit fast learner. When is the last time I hit fast learner? It's been so long. I think they took that out of the shop in my game, honestly. It's just, it's a rumor. Pumpton, good. Thank you, Haru. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I think my parents are sorely lacking for that, but so no curvature then, no firm course menace. I mean, I guess those are the two main things that you're looking for. It's full of vigor you're getting from guts. Daring strike you're getting from wit anyway. Man, I hope my trainings turn around at some point soon. Maybe I'll try a fine motion run. Although I have to check for flower parents. Oh, updrafters. Kind of forgot about that skill. But I don't think I really have pace mile parents. That was a pretty weak inspiration. Do guts weights exist? Speed and power are looking good, but oh boy. I think of guts as being a half speed, half power card, and wit is sort of like a half speed, only if you click it a lot. Yeah, I mean, given that they, you know, buff those events, yeah. The club event, I hit mile less. I mean, buff those stats. Especially depending on your Uma's growth rates. Like Halo having 10 each on speed, power, wit, or sorry, speed, power, guts is really, really nice. Ooh. If only I had a guts anklet. Mile S on all 6 runs I did. Starting CM Umas, I've hit mile S in like 2 times. So I totally understand the pain there, because when I was doing parent runs for both Brian and Ryan, I think I hit mile S on like 80 to 90% of those parent runs. Like from the start, they were intended to be a parent. And I'm like, can this happen to me when I'm doing aces? Maybe? Like for the previous CM, I didn't hit medium S on a single ace attempt until like 3 days before CM. It was driving me crazy. I also noticed if you camp level for something, you're getting secondary stats for it is huge. Speed or power camps on guts or wit focus runs. Camp level? Oh, sorry. Buy an upgrade for the level. I see what you mean. I'm using better parents for CM aces. Every debuffer run I do hits this. Right! It's like infuriating. Why on those runs? I feel like I rarely see the camp upgrades either. If I do, it's always speed or wit. I've hit groundwork, DD, PP, ignited wit, in one career before hitting mile S. Oh my god. Who gets through it needs a bit of discipline. You have to be committed to wit train a lot, so you don't rest at all. My runs all had wit training level 5 before Classic ended. Holy crap. I mean, it makes sense because guts takes so much energy. And if you're going to be hitting guts that often, well, you better hope that you got a lot of energy items or a lot of good wit to counter that.
区の一番人気応援ありがとうございました。
I would imagine 9 speed, 9 power for that, but... Parents were mixed, but my Bara was all power. Yeah, since Wit is also hitting speed in addition to Guts, I feel like you could probably get away with, like, you know, like a slightly less on speed and more on power, but yeah. I'd love to see those Umas. I don't know what that laugh was supposed to be, but it wasn't King Halo. It was like a drunk Santa. Christmas Halo. Brother. Oh my god. Neither Fine Motion or Kita. They're both one click away from Rainbow. Of course they are. Oh, I freaking hate raising friendships. Okay. Okay. All right. Really wish I got more than one Guts anklet, but what can you do? One day I'll have an Oshi with speed growth. Wouldn't that be nice? Man. What was Halloween Dodo's growth? Power and wit. That's pretty good. That's what Fine Motion has. And I do enjoy running Fine Motion. Ba 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 boo. Bow. Os. 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 What do you got for me? Surely something good, right? Not really.
手伝ってくれる。監修の目ってシビアよ。
Okay. Mother versus daughter matchup again. Good job. You showed her, King. Yeah, I'm sad. Original Fine Motion was 15 power, 15 wit, which was awesome. But then Wedding Fine Motion is 10 guts, 20 wit. Not quite so good. Losing the 15 power is so sad. Gonna be gone for about 20 minutes. If stream is over by then, here are my goodbyes. Thanks for stream. I'll still be going. I got another King. I got another like a 45, 60 minutes or so. I'm hoping I can get through all my borrows, but yeah, I should still be here in 20 minutes. Unless I get so tilted by something happening in a career that I rage quit. 20 minutes awesome, but you'll definitely notice the missing power. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't. Okay, for anybody in chat who has run Pace Chasers or who has read or watched more guides than me, what is a typical like Pace Chaser deck that people would be running? Especially for Guts Pace Chasing. Alright, I missed Full of Vigor again. Because Fine Motion, I'd like to do a Guts Pace Chasing. Given that she has 10 Guts, 20 Wit. And then bring, like, Speed and Power Sparks. But, like, what Guts cards do you use? That's kind of what I'm curious about. Like, obviously you're going to use Kita-san and NTR. I can't use the Fine Motion card, though, because it's Fine Motion. So then what? Like, I have to pick 2 Guts and 2 Wit cards, and I can't even use Fine Motion Wit. Like, I guess I have to borrow Nice Nature Wit to get a really good Wit card. But her skills are completely irrelevant. Guts, like, I've run Admire Vega Guts just because it's a good card. If I have to borrow the Bamboo Guts, because that's good, then I have to use my own Nature Wit, which is only 1 Limit Break, which kind of is caca. It's like I have to borrow either Bamboo or Nature, I guess. And then I just have to run like an SR Wit card that's 10 race bonus and like Haru or Vision or something? So I'm going to be honest there. I kind of completely didn't even mentally process that that was a 79% failure until I clicked on it. At least it was Wit. into a mood down for no reason, too. All right, door. Hello again. Best base cards find motion. Oh, wait. Yeah, it hurts. Still trying. Won't be able to run again until tonight, but I'm bouncing between Guts and regular build for her since it's so much less stress. Guts runs feel really horrible. I can imagine for Sky. Yeah. I've used Bijin Urara and borrow Vega. You could borrow the 15% race bonus Guts instead of Urara. NTR, Kita, Bijin, Urara. Ayabe, borrow Strong Wit. Oh, sorry. So you're saying you would do a 2-speed, 3 Guts, 1 Wit. And then have Wit and Power Sparks. Vision Urara, borrow Vega, borrow the 15% race bonus Guts instead of Urara. NTR, Ayabe, Bijin Haru, borrow Strong Guts, find motion. Sunday, because more CM relevant skills. Yeah. I still gotta read the event story. Alright, maybe I'll take a break from Halo and try Wedding. Wedding Finemo and see how that goes. But first, I gotta check my parents for a good flower. Okay. UmaMusume, my best friend, what do you got for me? Have you on the side. Okay, we are looking for a Nishino flower. Preferably, they have at least 3 power. If they have 9 power, that's fine. If they have 6 power, that's fine. But if they have... I only want to see power and wit, pretty much. I would love for them to have... Well, they have to have at least some mile. We'll say you have to have at least 3 power, you have to have at least 3 mile. What are the other good alts for pace chasing in the CM? Pace is really brutal this CM, very low win rates across the board. Taiki Nishino are really like the only ones that win and they don't win a lot. I don't want to hear that, because I love Finemo. And Finemo has done so well for me the last 2 CMs. I want to have faith. But I do. I have indeed heard, yeah, that front and end is really about it. Ace alts, Nishi, Pasa, Taiki, Dodo. What filter do I have here? Get out of here. She does have C and either C or B. I tried running her as an end closer in the previous... Okay, it is C. I thought it might have been B. I tried running her in the previous CM as an end closer, and she did decent in some tests that I ran. So jealous of New Year, Rara. Just a completely random pull, which was nice. I forget who I was pulling for when I got her. What I liked about Wedding Finemo was, depending on when her ult triggers, it does have a little bit of Excel, and she has the gold pace chaser Excel, which is a little gambly, but, and she has a gold speed skill, which, for a pace chaser, this should definitely proc. And she has mile corners. And she has firm. So she has a lot of useful skills. Um, I guess her ult probably wouldn't proc if she was running Encloser. She's not going to be well positioned late race, probably. So I think I'd have to run... If I did her as an Encloser, I'd have to use Halo and Ryan as the two. Just to get Excel options. Which is still doable. Literally 0 of base Finemo skills would help. Right-handed, fall, speed stars, pace only, medium, this is a mile. Her ult is final corner or later. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I just skimmed over the or later. She was really good about pushing in my tests before. Let's see what parents I have to work with. So I would be looking for... So I have this Ryan, which has power and wit. Ramp up, nimble nav, mile straight. Nimble nav, spurt, tail held high. Spring runner, left-handed. Firm, spring runner, spurt. Tail held high. Not bad. But I feel like I could do better on skills. I have not looked for any Halo alts or Halos. I feel like I have a Halo though. I don't. Okay, I have no Halos. Alright, cheer Halo. I would like you to have... Actually, doesn't Wagent have a cheer Halo? With Encloser Sparks? I'm almost positive he does. Did he change it? Hey, it's Cashew. I remember he had a funny, like... Oh, it's a Dober. He must have put it back. I swear last night I saw it was a King Halo. I love his description, though. Come, become an Encloser player. That's my freaking coach right there. Be an Encloser player. Okay, let me go back to checking UmaDB. So I'm looking for a King Halo that has Encloser Sparks. Preferably with a bunch of power. Okay, 4 Encloser, 2 miles. That would get her to end A. Still have miles, 7 power. And she has corner depth, ramp up, spurt, updrafters, Encloser straight, firm, straight adept, spring runner. Okay, that one's not bad. 3 power, 3 wit, 2 speed, 4 N, 2 mile. Okay. Firm, mile corner, Encloser corner, early start. Kind of show spring, corner depth, nimble nav, Encloser straight. Okay, that one's solid. 3 power, 5 wit, 5 N, 3 mile. Okay. Firm, corner adept. Oh, and she has Ogre as a grandparent. That's nice. Ooh, this one has Ogre and Ryan. 3N, 2 mile, 1 turf. 3 power, 2 wit. 8 power, 3 end. Ideally I would have 4 end so I would be running my Ryan, which has 2 each speed, power, wit. Chance for Ogre up there, and then lots of end closer skills. End closer and mile. So then I would pair her with a Halo. Sorry, you guys can't see my UmaDB screen. You just hear me like looking at it. There's a decent amount of Halo options here. I definitely need power sparks and maybe some wit if I'm running speed and guts. Okay. 4 end or higher would be nice to get her end up to A. Seven power, 4 end, 2 mile. 4 end, 3 mile, 3 power. No, not that one. 3 power, 3 wit, 2 speed. I feel like I need more power. With 0% power growth and no power cards, I definitely need more than 3 power. Are there any that are 6 power or higher? 7 options. Doing end fine motion. I kind of want to see how it would go. Just out of curiosity. If I have the time, I'll probably try and build her as an end and a pace and just compare and see how they do, but... So we have 7 power, 4 end, 2 mile with corner adept, ramp up, spurt, updrafters, end closer straight, TS climax, firm, straight adept, spring runner, 8 power, 5 end, 2 mile. Corner adept, unyielding spirit, end closer straight, end closer corner, tail held high. Spring runner, Umastan, straight adept, spurt. Okay. Those are really my only 2 options. Either 7 or 8 power. They both have 2 mile. They both have 4 to 5 end. I think I'm a little more inclined towards this one. You wouldn't need to clock every race. Oh yeah. Pace definitely has a lot less... Hey, somebody just followed me. Pace has a lot less clocking, that's for sure. Frenchie KFC, cool. Wageant's on right now. Alright, who can I drop? Three power, 6 wit, 3 mile, 5 turf, bourbon with groundwork, tail held high, ignited spirit, spring runner. Damn, that's I don't really run front, but that's a good bourbon. I'll hang on to that. All right. Yeah, I probably don't need the MLB Bijin. Third in races, first in my heart. Trayson's beloved title? That's so good. Gary. Incredible taste. I've never seen Trayson's beloved title. That's awesome. How the hell do you get that? That's so heartwarming. So this is the Halo I was looking at. She has 3 stars on her ult, which is nice. 2 mile, along with 5 ends. That would get Finemo up to A end. 5 power, 8 power, sorry. So lots of power. And then for skills, we're looking at Victoria Mile. Corner Adept, Unyielding Spirit, Encloser Straight, Encloser Corner, Tail Held High, Encloser Straight, Umastand, Corner Adept, Hanshin JF, Spring Runner. Spring Runner again, Corner Adept, Straight Adept, Spurt, Encloser Straight. Didn't know you could filter your following list by Sparks, just been guessing who to clear every... Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can indeed sort by... Sparks, which is very helpful. I either... I either sort by Sparks to look for parents that I don't use, or I sort by login date. And then I'm just like, oh, get rid of Umas that... Or get rid of people who haven't logged on in like 100 days, because... You know, whatever. What's your code? Looks like I don't have you added. Here you go. I'll just paste it in the chat. I updated my comment, by the way. It used to just say McQueen is wife, Taishin is wife. But now it also says Nady is wife and Finemo is wife. See, I'd love to include Flash as wife, but... Do I have enough characters for that? No. Are people so big on her ult? Not worried about doing strike taking you out of range. I am concerned about that. I am definitely concerned about that, Truff. I need to see how it actually goes in tests, but I wonder if people have been using my... No, I'm the only person using my Brian. I mean my Ryan. That's fine. Let's see. Let's get Cerulean added. Actually, I think I can just add from here, yeah. Alright, who else can I drop? Holy polygamy. Every single one of my favorite Umas is my wife. Don't know what I should choose between golden skill or unique skill. I would say it's very case dependent. What Uma are you running and what skills are you deciding between? Also, hello, Bomb. Hope it's going well. First 9-star blue after 1040 careers. Hey, congrats, folks. Ogre completionist, too. Same deal, same. All my favorite Umas are my wives. Damn right. You understand. 3 wit, power, 5 mile. 5 wit, 3 power, 5 mile, 2 turf, 34 whites, Tama. Damn. Cerulean. Popping off. That's an insane amount of whites. Oh man, that's a great backliner parent. A lot of useful whites. Power and wit, mile and turf. Woo! Does it count as polygamy if they don't know about each other? Now you're asking the hard-hitting questions there. So we look for N Sparks. Pick up that King Halo I just got. All right, so we get a lot of power from this. Gut end, put it here. Both wit and speed goes hard. I can imagine. That'd be sick. Alright, so if I'm running her as an end, then I'm borrowing the bamboo again. So then I hit the question of, do I run only one wit on 20% wit and put in a third guts? Or do I replace the wit? I got this Bakushin wit card Bakushin guts card randomly. I had never seen this before. Increased velocity when positioned toward the front upon approaching late race. The gold version of light is a feather. I mean, for like a front or a pace chaser on sprint, that's probably pretty good. Increased training effectiveness when not on preferred training is kind of a shit perk, though. Only increase when not on preferred training? Like, what the heck? And she has good skills. Sprint straight, sprint corner. 3 guts is brutal if you only have 1 wit. Really need the wit train so you don't have to rest as hard. Yeah, that's true. Gives groundwork in the chain, too. Damn. So outside of her unique perk being kind of crappy, I mean... not a bad card, huh? So if I were to replace this with another wit... Action Gut is fraud, unfortunately. Zero specialty priority, too. I guess that kind of combos with her effect, though. Since it's training effectiveness when not on Guts. Her being roaming kind of fits. So I'd probably have to bring the Marvy. I really wish that this had training effectiveness, but... I mean, it's 10 race bonus with relevant skills. I don't really think there's anything else that I could bring. Roman Guts, always want to try it, but not sure it's the best app. I mean, it's a high rolly thing. Nishino Flower for CM. I must choose between Golden Skill, Corner Connoisseur, or Shadow Break, Bark Roll of Blessing. Same cost. I would take one of the uniques over Corner Connoisseur personally. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. So, I think Barker Roll actually doesn't... Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Barker Roll doesn't activate at a good time in the CM. Like, I think it activates in the middle of Excel phase or something. So it's not, like, ideal time for it to activate. Shadow Break is good, but I think it's better on end closers and late surgers, because as a pace chaser, depending on the lobby comp, it might not have a chance to proc. So I don't think I would pick up Barker Roll. Shadow Break, if there's front runners in the lobby, it could definitely still be a good pickup. Corner Connoisseur, I think, is gambly about when it activates. If it activates at a good time, it's going to be good, but Corner Con is a 1 in 3 chance or something. I heard somebody say it's not bad this year. I'm not confident. Let's see. CM 14. Save image. Buck rolls, middle of late race velocity, no carryover. Yeah, so I wouldn't pick up Bark Roll. I'm just pulling up. So this is the layout of the CM. So yeah, Barker Roll is activating during an uphill on the final straight late race. I wish this also had like the Excel phase stuff. So Corner Con, if it activates at a good point during the final corner, it would be good. And then Shadow Break. Yeah, I would definitely be between CornerCon and Shadow Break. So I'm assuming you're saying CornerCon is the same cost as Shadow Break plus Barker Roll. So if you didn't buy Barker Roll, but you did buy Shadow Break, for just saying, for example, in theory, is there another skill that you could buy instead of Barker Roll? Like, could you get like Shadow Break plus like, you know, a different skill? Or is that really like all that's left? I think the other thing to consider is that Nishino Flower has an amazing acceleration, like, unique. So she might not need another Excel skill. So more velocity for her might be good. Granted, if she's not in the right position, she won't be able to proc it anyway, but... Oh, I could run the, what am I talking about? Yeah, I could run the sweep, SR. She has friendship bonus, she has 10 trading effectiveness, initial speed, initial wit, 10 race bonus, specialty priority for wit. Yeah, I could definitely run this if I'm doing end closer fine mo. Okay. Yeah, let's try this and see how it goes. I forgot it existed, even though I was running it earlier. Okay. Tosho shows. Wit Tosho also has the charming event. Oh, true. Up. Okay, mood up. Good. And these are really rough friendship trainings early on, outside of the first turn or two. Oh boy. I'd really love people showing up in wit.
あなたが
Huma huma.
あ
A lane message. You solve this riddle. It's a game. In a game of hide and seek, what one seeks is often hiding in plain sight. She's thought of a new way to annoy me. That's my next hint. Hope she's enjoying it. All that's left is the final photo. Trainer?
ごめんなさい
Sorry for bumping into you. I was having so much fun I must have forgotten to look where I was going. What kind of fun?
あのね
Thought you'd never ask. I've just challenged Yoshikura to a game of hide and seek. But this is no ordinary game. This hide and seek has riddles. Riddles, eh? Yoshikura would never agree to to a simple game of hide and seek, would she?
それで
So I spiced it up by arranging it so she can deduce the hiding spot by solving riddles. Thought I could get her to join if I used some super difficult brain teasers. Why don't you join in too? Gotta find the correct location using 3 photos. The first photo is of a Meijiro household tea party, 3 cups for 3 attendees. The second photo is of the library. 1 student is frantically leafing through her book. And once we've taken a photo of a clubroom sign and sent it, that'll be all the clues. Think you can solve the riddle? Give me more time to think, please. My motion is so cute. How are the runs? Seems like it's not bad enough to end the stream early. I did end up dooring the 3rd King Halo run as well, so now I'm trying Fine Motion instead. After taking a photo, the 2 of us find ourselves in the shopping district. The clues are right there in the photos, you just have to think closely and look carefully. In the first photo, there are 3 cups of tea.
それで
In the second photo, you can see a student leafing through a book. As for the last picture, well, you have the first 2 hints, so it's fairly obvious. The correct answer is 3 Leaf Club. That hints at the name of the tasty ramen restaurant. I couldn't speak right there. That Shakura and I always visit 3 Leaf Clover. Took you long enough. Solved it already. I didn't solve squat. I just dropped by all the places I figured you might choose. It's called knowing the meta. Guessing you thought I'd want to crack your code, but not happening. Too bad. Deduce the answer without even needing the clues. That's so like you. The fact that this place was on your list must mean it holds a special place in your heart. Power. 1 dummy becomes 2. Beating me in a battle of wits? Dream on. Look at you buddying up at the drop of a hat.
ありがとう
I'm, if I'm being honest, I'm not really a big fan of Shakura. I know Fine Motion likes her, and I like Fine Motion a lot, but she just always acts like a jerk. People are like, oh, I don't know. Some people seem to really like her, and I don't knock people's tastes. I think you can like whatever Uma you like, but I don't see it. I really don't see it. And I don't like that she's always a jerk to Fine Motion. Alright. Another event with Curran. The Muses and I are volunteering at a children's hospital. The plan for them is to chat with the kids in the courtyard and perform a concert. Alright. One of the kids isn't coming? This morning she decided all of a sudden she doesn't want to leave her room. Could it be she's scared of us? She's been hospitalized only last week for an injury. I expect she's struggling to come to terms with it. The loneliness is probably getting to her with her being in a hospital so far from her family. Dragging her out of her room might only cause her further distress. Would it be okay if we went to see her in her room?
あのね
All of us ran in the Beauty Dream Cup. Did you see us race? What'd you think? Shakura doesn't like you either. I think it's the one Uma you remain on bad terms with in the career. Brutal. The girl clams up before finishing her sentence. It seems like she has a lot of love for the Muses, though. Now, this is the Muses' outfits. What do you think? Do we look cute? You look like a princess. And fine, you look like a fairy. I'm from the land of fairies.
あのね
For years, humans and fairies have lived there together. They do scuffle sometimes, but they work together just as much. Even though it's far away, the land of fairies, my home country, will always mean a lot to me. Aren't you lonely being away from home? Aren't you sad you can't see your mom and dad? Not at all, because a day doesn't go by that I don't think about them. This dress represents the love I have for my home. I can do my best because I know there are people who care about me. That's nice. I'm strong and I'm doing my best. I want to see your concert. Oh, good job, Fine.
感謝いたします。
Okay. Cute.
ここは負けられない一番人気9番ファインモ。大盛況になりましたね。ご声援ありがとう存じます。
Alrighty. Make sure I mark the mile medium thing so I don't forget anything. Oh, I forgot to check shop. Not great. I like when there's the carrots in there to start. Huma. Alright, Dragon Strike. Oh. Good job, Fine. Wonder how Sweep is with her trainer. Seems like a good kid, but a little bratty. Same for Wendy. I feel like a little bratty is probably a good description. I haven't like read her story or anything. I know that translations get posted, but I believe I've heard that she does act like a bit of a brat. Isn't Wendy something like she mostly does it because she wants attention? Follow the sun. Is that a new one? What? Even in pace? Finemo, baby, please. Don't do this to me. And now, good luck on your horse racing. Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out, Frost. Enjoy the last day of Combo Breaker. I hope it's a lot of fun. Brother. Man, I'm getting no rival races. What? I think I've had 1 out of 4 races that had a rival. Nobody wants to be Finemo's rival? Gonna break her heart. Okay. Oh my god, my friendships are so bad. Sleep deprived. You. Sweepy. when he wants attention, she bites and misbehaves to get it. I think I heard when she feels like biting somebody, trainer's willing to take the bites, and she bites lightly. I definitely heard it was something about attention.
ご声援ありがとう存じます。
Okay, back up to great mood. Perfect. Megaphone. Okay. All right, there's end closer on the bottom, which we like.
素晴らお疲れ様ですトレーナーさん。
I will take the miracle cure just in case.
ここは負け。あと一歩。ですが、良い勝負でした。注目の。あと一歩。
I know! What the heck, man? I'm gonna use all my carrots before Junior even ends.
セレモニーの始まりだね。
Even running his pace, you aren't safe.
トレーナーさん。本日はありがとうございます。大切に。あら、レースが続くのね。ベストを尽くすのみ。ここは負け。セレモニーの始まりだね。
The one person Shakira is nice to is Dodo. Dodo deserves it, man. Everybody should be nice to Dodo. Alright, my friendships are rough. If I don't have a good inspiration and I don't have friendships up to rainbow by summer, it's a door. I guess I'll just take the other one. There's nothing else good. Oh, man. Oh my god, what is that, the third mood down event so far? Alright, at least I'm getting like a mood up event to counter each one, but... Hello, NTR. How do you do?
注目の位置。
大盛況になりましたね。ご声援ありがとう存じます。
Top option because we don't want it to end early. I am going to race this turn unless there's something really good. You know what? I'll take that friendship. Or not. I could just fail at 10%, sure. Why not? Okay. Race, inspiration, race. Feeling trading at 10%? That could have been a 3-star blue spark instead. Yeah. That's certainly how it feels sometimes. All right, Inspo, what you got for me? Oh, my less. Okay. Early start, super cheap. Umastan. So I just have to not get absolutely killed by friendships. Because I don't think anybody can rainbow yet. And we got 6 turns to summer. Low roll curvature. Oh my god, I really need the friendship on these two. Alright, I gotta win out these next 3 races. Guts, okay, power. Updrafters, I will take. I really need my stats to get better too because I can't really... I'm gonna take the energy. Be careful with Umastan because you won't get... I have heard about that, yeah. So I would probably not pick up Umastan for that reason, just to be safe, but kind of a bummer. It's like the one time that you don't want Umastan, basically. Because it will mess with that consistency. Rather unfortunate, given how nice of a skill it is, but what can you do? I also wonder about Umastan in career. Can it hurt you with big pace downs? Maybe. I could definitely see it happening. I could go for the quad races, actually. Does gambling when you don't need to gamble? I guess the one thing with Umastan in careers is that you're running on, like, it's not like CM where it's only 9 people. Like, what the hell? Why can you not win this? Holy mood down. Oh my god, why? Oh my god, and I'm 4,000 away from getting the NTR training effectiveness. Oh. Alright, well, I don't have mood up items. I have 1 good luck charm. I use this to get my energy actually good, and I'm still in a bad mood. And nobody can rainbow other than Kita-san. So that's that. Even with my LS. I was in an unrecoverable pit for mood. I didn't have the items to get back from it. And my friendships were crap in summer. So unfortunately, I think that was a dead run, even with the MyLS, because just about everything else was going wrong. Which actually is fitting timing because I need to get going to have dinner shortly. But that is a bummer of a run to end because that was the first time we got MyLS on those 4 careers. What the hell? I saw MyLS and thought it was going great. No. Nope. Then I lost a G1 that I tried doing. I got 3 mood downs over the course of 2 turns. I had nothing to recover in summer. Yeah, it all fell apart in like a few turns after that. My friendships I never built up. Unfortunately, pretty much every card I run there other than Kita takes a long time. Withstands pace down mode prevention. In shorter races, I would assume it's actually more effective. That's what makes it less effective, because with the track being short, you can't really make use of PDM prevention. That's crazy, the mood down roll went wild. It was mighty unfortunate. I feel like it happens to me with Finemo kind of often, honestly. Like, I love Finemo, but she has a lot. It feels like she's like Taishin tier almost, with the amount of random mood downs. Like, Taishin, now that I think about it, Taishin, Gold City, McQueen, Finemo. I feel like all 4 of those, who are all in my top 5 to 10, have a lot of mood down events that will fuck me up. And if they chain, oh boy, you are screwed unless you have the proper items. That's how I feel with Dodo, like 3 more mood downs than anybody else. Yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, I barely get any with Ryan. I barely get any with Brian. I feel like I don't get that many with Halo. Gotta not clock the G3s. It's one of those things where objectively I know I shouldn't clock the G3s. If you get 2nd or higher, just keep it. But in my heart of hearts, I want to not lose a single race. So then I get annoyed and I start clocking it. But objectively, yes. If you get, like, 2nd in the G3, it's good enough. Under 2nd, it's very diminishing return, so... Does Finemo's all but one training event happen in Track Blazer? I haven't encountered it either, and I've done a ton of Finemo for the past 2 CMs, so I don't think it does. I think that might not happen in Track Blazer. Finemo likes to be pouty for attention. Well, it works. It's cute. Has to be a hidden thing, since I swear some Umas are more moody. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know for sure, but... I feel like they probably all have the same amount, but I don't know. Takion's a happy Uma. It's hard to keep her down. That's good. It's good to have one that counters. Man. Well, no ace today, no parent today, but you know what? That's Uma for you. Just gotta get back to it tomorrow. In trainer training, I asked people, and there are some Umas that have more mood down events. Oh, okay. Well, good to have confirmation. I assume Taishin is one. As for Otto said he loses less with guts runs, but I do not have this phenomenon. I lose way more. I'm more likely to be low speed early. I feel the same. Granted, I run mostly backliners, so I'm just kind of screwed in general. I'm gonna lose more by default. I'm just built different, what can I say? I know, we all wish we could be on your level, Otto. Yano's very moody too. She has to have a counter during really? Damn. During summer too, that's wicked unfortunate. Got like 11 days to go till round 1? I think so. It's like June 3rd or 4th, I want to say? June 4th. Today's the 24th, so 7 plus... Yeah, I think it's 11 days. Which is plenty of time. Oh, she has a mood up during summer. I see. Yeah. Well, I more or less have a plan with, you know, Taishin will be my main ace, but I need my Halo to become a good parent for Taishin, hopefully. So I have to get my ace Halo, who will then hopefully be get an ace Halo or a parent Halo on the way to ace Halo, who can then be a parent for Taishin, and pair that with a Brian that I'll pick up as a borrow. And then Finemo will be the third. I just gotta keep messing around with her. 55 ace attempts, took me about 30 runs after Taurus to get all 3. Damn. Honestly, if 10% of your runs turn out to be ace level, I feel like that's really good. Taishin ult procs 1. I believe Taishin's ult is a potential speed carryover into Excel. Uma has so much good music. It does. I think she is mid-race, so Halo's ult, the condition only lasts up until 50%, and Taishin's ult should proc 50% or later. I think it's like final corner, right? I think it's final corner. So it should proc after Halo's condition thing ends. So you shouldn't have an issue. Yeah, final corner or later. So her ult happens after King Halo's condition thing ends. Prior experience with Gutsmaxing, since I Gutsmaxed my Uma for team trials, it's definitely something you need to adapt to versus the usual speed wit training. I think so, yeah. And I rarely do Guts builds, so I think it's definitely a mindset shift. Like I have to really prioritize the Guts and wit hits over speed, because it's so easy to just think like, ooh, juicy speed hit. But if there's a comparable Guts, it's probably better to hit that, because Guts is harder to raise. It's still giving you some speed. You gotta hit wit more often so that you're not resting as much, because Guts takes more energy. It's definitely like a mindset shift, and I definitely need to get better at it. Well, considering I'm planning on Guts maxing all 3 of my Umas for the CM, hopefully I learn. Because I'm gonna need to. But yeah, I think that is where I'm gonna have to call it for today, much as I wish I could do one more run. Gotta go and get ready to have some dinner, but given that I'm off work tomorrow, there is a non-zero chance that I either gorilla tonight or tomorrow afternoon. Maybe both if I have the energy for it. I don't know. If I did tomorrow, there's a chance that I would do Uma so I can do my runs. I don't know. Or maybe I do one of my random one-off games that only take one stream to beat and I haven't gotten around to. I don't know. So there is definitely a chance that either tonight or tomorrow I can get a gorilla in. Yay. Outside of that, next week should be pretty much the exact same schedule as this week. Resident Evil 2 on Wednesday. I'm going to be starting Claire since I finished Leon this week. Thursday, I have to confirm with the guys, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's World War Z again. Saturday, Persona 5 Strikers. And next Sunday, probably Uma still working on Aces. So it should be good stuff. I'm liking all those games. But yeah. I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna have some dinner. But thank you again for coming to the stream. I hope you had a good time, even though we didn't get an ace done. Hopefully you had a good time chatting and hanging out and enjoying Uma. Good luck on all of your Uma runs. I hope they all go well. I wish all of us the same luck with getting aces in as many runs as Cerulean did. Didn't get the chance to watch your RE2 run, but I will watch the VOD. Hey, sounds good. There were some good moments in there. I'm proud of myself that I finished it in 2 streams. So I'd assume Claire will take me 2 as well. But it was fun. I liked it a lot. Thanks for stream. See you at the Gorilla. So, yeah. Yeah, see y'all. Have a good rest of your day if I don't end up gorillaing tonight. And, yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. And if you are also off on Monday, have a good holiday. Until then, until next time, bye-bye.